Ba ba ba. Chicken puck. Chicken puck. Chicken pot pie. Breaker breaker. Chicken pot pie. Breaker breaker. Chicken pot pie. This is the chicken pot pie test. Breaker breaker. Ba da ba ba ba. That guy, yeah, Schmoke. He's live. He ain't even put a thumbnail up there. He must be crazy. Who dat? Plywood. Hey, Plywood. Got your pie. Got your pie. Pie? Pie? Um, oh, gosh. I came in. Okay. Howdy, buddy. I didn't expect anybody that quick. I think we're gonna do all right here. It sounds like everything's. Yeah, seems like everything's doing all right. I'm gonna mute this and sit down at least for now and crack open this beer because I want to crack open this beer. Basically, I think you've been in a couple chats, Plywood, where I mentioned getting a new computer, a new old computer, my dad's old computer. There you are. Uh, and I'm going to try and turn it into a streaming machine, basically. And what's happening is he has wiped it and basically did a fresh install of Windows 10. And now it's trying to update and not working very well. And I think it's locked up at 25. Yeah, it keeps locking at 25% on the update. I was hoping to get this and be able to stream from it. But alas, I have been unsuccessful. But um, anyway, cheers. Wherever you are, there you are. Cheers. I don't know who all will get in here. This is my normal upload time, but I've had a cold the last few days. I'm actually feeling pretty good now. This beer will help too. Um, Let me know if the mic's too hot or anything, because I think the monitor's straight from the mic. I don't think it's the feed, although I guess I could do it if I hit that. Check, check. Yeah. All right. Anyhow, what are you getting into this evening, sir? Cruising the webs? Sounds good. Thank you. I've been trying to work out the details. I can run from the phone, no problem. What have been trying to do is multiple cameras from. I'm using the Meld software right now, and discovered that I had some USB conflicts. Which, of course, USB was supposed to alleviate all the conflicts, but whatever. Looking at Marketplace. Yep, a favorite pastime of mine as well. I get myself in a lot of trouble in Marketplace. But I've also gotten some deals on there. Hmm. Let me turn that to live. Live chat. Sorry, I don't have any reverb or anything. Actually, I probably do on the software. uh, now I'm curious. I gotta see. I know I got all kinds of filters that can do that. There we go. I'm not computer illiterate. I'm computer stupid. It's so funny because I've been into computers since well, literally probably the 70s, but the 80s definitely, because my dad was. And my personal feelings are I almost feel like the computers ran faster back in the day because they keep trying to overcomplicate them, which slows them down more, like what I'm running into with this. Which, yeah, it's locked up at 25% and not doing anything. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but sorry, I got mustache hair in my nose, but kind of expected to see a couple more people in here. Looks like we got a couple. Um, some lurkers. But anyway, um, yeah, that's obviously not going to work. What we could try is seeing if I can get the other Android camera to hook up without causing any problems. Because ultimately, what I'd like to do is stream with multiple cameras from the garage. Am I trying to sign in? I know, Kitty, but you're locked out right now. Sorry. Ha ha. Good jam. Then maybe. Nope. All right. Yes, goodness. I know they're out there. All apps. Good. I may just completely screw up the stream by trying to do this, but I'm going to try it anyway. Because I'm just crazy like that. I don't think it worked. Why not? Hmm. Oh, there it is. It just popped up. Okay. So now if I go back to meld and point that over there somewhere, theoretically I can go to scene 2. Looky there. We have scene 2. Too bad I don't have a tripod or anything in here. Disconnect the charger. Ha! Fool. Now I just got to open that back up. So my first one, including the cassette tape recorder used as storage. I no longer have the right. So that was I don't know if you're talking about the same computer, but I have a Timex Sinclair, and I still have my Timex Sinclair. I mean my dad's, but it's pretty much mine now. I have my Apple IIe. I don't know what I'm doing here. We could do multicam. Excuse me. Um, hang on. Let me let the silly cat in here. Come on, I don't want to hear you. Cat cam. Is it exciting in here? No. Oh, what's going on, buddy? All right. How do I? Now I'm going to go back to here. Switch that back to there. Ta-da! Still see it. Hey. Well, that's cool. That was giving me a problem. That'll allow us. We could actually Texas Instruments have a Commodore 64 auto. That was mine. I bought it since. But I will have a point. Oh, look up the cell phone allows me to. I'd start the stream here, and we go down to the garage if I wanted to. Stuff like that. Never used it, but I've tried several times. The software or the computer. Interesting. I wonder if I'm where the delay is. I've definitely got a delay. I always have a delay. Interesting. Are you going to fix the computer, Guinness, or what? Is that at 35 now? Oh, it is. It's at 35. Haha, we made some progress. 10% or whatever. I've never used it, but I've tried several times. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Well, this is kind of awkward, huh? I kind of expected to have a group of people in here. At least a few. I should have put up I should have scheduled it, but I was trying to mess with that, that. I any pets for you. Did you get it figured out? I, I'm not sure which part, but right now I have software working. So we are in the office, and I do have the looking at anything. Officially have it longer now. Yes, a tiny herd. Um, oh my gosh, Guinness, come on, buddy. So if I do this, your audio is doing the thing it did the other night, is it? Um, I guess I should have been monitoring that, huh? Was it just because I wasn't on the mic well? Mic well. So there's Cat. Cat is in need of pets. But yeah, it's mine now. So yeah, when I transfer, oops, you're not supposed to be looking at that. Damn it. Well, so much for not having an adult content strike. Basically, when I switch between scenes, I'm sure it's doing something because it's taking some resources, but that I can handle. Um, but overall, okay, see, there's a little glitch. Okay, a little glitch, but not as bad as it was. Nowhere near as bad as it was. The mic's new. USB, that I'm running through USB. Hi, buddy. I know. Didn't I just feed you? Yes. You're thanking me for feeding you. So I'm going to turn this back to that, which is us. And then I think I'm going to disconnect the other camera because there's not a need for it. Close that. And then we have all of our resources back. I was just trying to play with the wireless camera. So it does work, but it creates issues. The mic is psychedelic and stuff. Boink. Let me see what's going on here. The other thing is when I have the YouTube Studio open, it's using resources to show me the preview there. So that's not helping any, but it helps me get the chat. But I might be able to. Whoa, it was there for a second and then it was gone. I had chat because the software will bring up the chat. Rob's neighbor. I run Ready webcam. Ready. I run Ready webcam. I use 4 cell phones and it runs great with OBS. So Ready webcam is the software. The extra camera, I think, stresses the connection because the second you unplugged it, your mic cleared up immediately. Also, hi. Hi. Hi, Heather. Hi, Rob's neighbor. Um, yeah, and that's what I think it is because basically, Heather, I don't know if you've heard this discussion. I've been playing with this off and on for a month or something. I don't need those. The laptop that I'm running, I run. Okay, I see that. I'm going to note it just in case I have to delete this stream. Um, Diggity diggity. The laptop that I'm running on is a badass laptop. However, checking in with Soulbug. Roger. Good to see you, Shaggy Man. Hello, Soulbugs. I want to turn that off because that's annoying me. Let me know if it starts getting choppy again. iRun is the software. Right on, right on. Because I'm using DroidCam, and I have not really tried it with USB, but with wireless, it definitely seems to create an issue. Um, Back to what I was saying to Heather, the laptop that I'm using is a badass laptop, except it does not have a badass video card. So it's actually that is my bottleneck in video editing and everything is the card. It does it, but it slows down. You currently do not have an active public lives. Okay. Well, then what are you streaming right now? I love these things. It's fun. Whoops, sorry. Wow, that was probably loud. What, Rob's neighbor, what type of system are you running it on? Do you have a PC or a Apple or, um, because again, my bottleneck is the video card, which is why I'm trying to build. Oh, wait, why did the screen go off? Is it restarting? Did it finish and it's restarting? Oh my gosh, it is. So I'm trying to, there's the other kitty. I'm trying to get this computer. What am I looking at? That. I'm trying to get the new computer, my dad's old PC. I'm going to turn it into my streaming machine. However, he wiped the system, and hang on, I just want to check on it real quick. It might have just been the screensaver came on. Yeah, that's what happened. The damn screensaver came on. Anyway, he wiped the system and did a factory reset, but it's Windows 10, and so now it's trying to update, get connected to the internet. Oh, I'm connected to the internet. The screensaver came on and shut everything off. Anyway, what I'm trying to do is finish the install of Windows 10, which involves getting all the updates and getting it all caught up. And that so far, I'm at 3.5 hours. So I could turn that like that. And turn that like that. Ouch. And check on this real quick. I know I'm not as loud as I was, but hang on just a second. Actually, I can turn that up. Hey, the chat just connected. That's so weird. The whole software thing. Hi, Kitty. Look out. Move. Get out of the way. Whatever. Excuse me. Thank you. Tips. Get connected to the internet. I am connected to the internet. Go jump in a lake. Status installing 47%. So it is doing something, maybe. Because it was stalled at 25%, 48%. So we are actively doing something. So that's good. Now I'll stop screaming across the room. Come back over here, turn that back down to a reasonable level. Huevos. Processor, AMD. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, that's true. You would not have any issues with that setup. Um, yeah, you're pretty up to date, bud. What happened? Oh yeah, I moved you down there so you could see the cats. The cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Shaggy Man, what are y'all doing? Y'all hanging out in Colorado? Colorado. Cheers again, whoever's anywhere near my time zone. Um, Rob, that's a relatively. I'm not up to date with all the. We high. I'm about to be in a second. Um, I'm not up to date with all the processors and all that stuff, but that's 24 gigs of memory, and then you've got Radeon graphics, so the just your graphics card is helping you exponentially. And that's again, that's the issue with the laptop. But to update the graphics card on the laptop is going to be $300 or $400. Excuse me. Oh, 7,500 feet. True that. Um, Whereas if I can get this older computer, excuse me, and put a decent video card in it and a solid state drive, then that'll speed it up. You know we're in orbit. Yeah, in Colorado. Damn. Uh, if I update the video card and put a solid state hard drive into that computer, it should be stable enough to where I should be able to stream from it. However, I got to get the operating system stable first. And that is where we're at. I literally just picked it up. So Plywood, our you and I's first chat from earlier is just loading into the Meld software that I'm using to stream through. That's so weird. You know more than me. You got this covered, and now I know who to hit up. Um, what's his name? Mike. Mike is doing stuff. Mike's doing things. Whatever his name is, whatever his handle is. He's actually a computer tech, I believe. Shit. Whoa. Oh, sorry about that. Well, I guess that was loaded up pretty good. Oh my goodness. That was super tasty too. That fine incense. Anyhow, so, oh man, try and catch up with Shaggy Man. Uh, Big picture. That's his day job. Yeah, that's what I thought. Somebody just sent me a message. Um, the the point, I think I started to say it, and I don't know if I actually finished. The point of building that system is what I want to do is have a computer theoretically in the shop where I can run multiple cameras, like Rob's neighbor is saying. And then through the software, I should be able to record the lives. So if I go live and actually accomplish something, um, I can record that footage, or I will have that footage recorded, and then I can edit that down the road into a long form video. So that's the end game. Because I enjoy the lives, but I still, my channel is based on long form content. And that is my intention to continue doing that. I mean, the YouTube thing is all over the place. They're actually really kind of starting to spend some energy on live streams. They just did a whole bunch of new updates that they're about to release or are in the process of releasing. Things like being able to stream in vertical and horizontal at the same time, which I'm not really into vertical stuff, but a lot of my friends are. My issue with that is the shorts. The people that are watching verticals is the shorts audience. Doing some lawn tires until 5. I'm just hanging with you. Like lawnmower tires, those are relatively easy. Um, anyway, I lost track of what I was saying. That incense really has me smelling fresh. I think I'll smell even fresher. Adam Fisher, not in a vertical. Are you plane shaming again? Haha, what's up, Adam? That's what I was talking about. The shorts audience is a different audience. And I know several people who have created a audience out of shorts viewers that does not watch their long form content. And unless you get a lot of shorts views, like millions, you're not really going to make a bunch of money. Whereas long view, if you can get the long form views, that's where your view hours is where you get paid from YouTube. I was thinking about making a short to direct traffic to my next video. And that's usually what I try to do, Rob, is either excuse me. Either I will find something funny to make a short out of just because everybody thinks I should be making shorts. So occasionally I'll put one together if I've got some funny footage or something. Or um, I'll take a clip and try and make something that'll kind of guide people to watch the long form. But like I said, it's two different audiences. I mean, it can be blatant as hell, and they won't click on it, in my experience. But I'm still under 500. I think I'm at 422 is what my board says anyway. Oh yeah, where the internet. I think just the fact that I'm trying to download update to that computer and streaming, it definitely uses a lot of the internet bandwidth, which is funny because I pay for a fair amount. I live. Some of y'all have been here and heard this. I live in a at the end of a shitty private dead end road, and so they're not. I doubt they ever will. But I don't even know if they put it in the neighborhood yet for fiber optic. If I could get fiber optic here, I would pay for it, especially if I'm going to be doing YouTube for a living. It would be kind of handy. Yeah, the live stream seems to be a different audience also. But if you run a 2 hour live stream and have 6 or 7 people in it, that's some pretty good watch hours, actually. Um, but I'm still at the point where I'm trying to build up an audience to get monetized with YouTube. They're saying that subscribers don't matter anymore. And, my argument to that is it matters until you're at the monetization point, which is at 1,000. Um, After that, I could say I agree with you that subscribers don't count because it's your watch time. It's how many people you have watching. And my views are way beyond I mean, way beyond, not like amazingly, but exponentially higher than my subscribers. So that's why, like when I do the live, I don't make it ridiculous. I say you got to be subscribed for a minute to be part of the live chat. Some people are like, oh, you have to be subscribed for 5 days. I'm like, I mean, a minute is enough to keep the trolls out. And if it doesn't, then, I'll kick them out. Plus, I got Shaggy Man in here. He's got his blue wrench. Um, which I don't give everybody a blue wrench. I know that's a trend with live streams. I think it's ridiculous and defeats the purpose of having a mod. If everybody's a mod, then who's going to know who to kick out or whatever? And I've seen issues where people get kicked out of lives because everybody's got a wrench. I know a guy that live streamed his entire workday, then he added it to the shorts. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, realistically, I could turn on a camera and literally just let it run while I'm in the shop. And but I think it would affect you're not going to really get a loyal audience from that, I don't think, unless you're interacting with them. Wrench fight. Um the reason Adam, if you don't know, the reason that people give everybody a wrench is because then they can put links and all that stuff. But again, it defeats the purpose. Excuse me. What's that? Wake up, run a camera at work? You could. I mean, changing tires, that's probably pretty interesting content. One of the things that I've been watching Plywood Knows lately is there's a lot of woodworkers out there that are turning bowls on lathes or just chiseling. And I mean, it's totally a Zen thing. I find myself all of a sudden it's an hour later. Plus, we've got a pretty good community going where I'm interacting with the chat and stuff, like y'all are doing here. Um, but it's a Zen thing. I mean, it's especially when I used to work hard, coming home and just staring at something mindless is awesome. I would like to make something at least a little more entertaining, if it's even just my neurosis. I want to see what's going on over here again. There's a cat. Hi, excuse me, if you don't mind. I'm going to work on the computer for a second. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, but I doubt you even heard it. 71%. Can you see this fuzzy belly? Not quite. Oh, ouch. Boy. And we're back. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Schmoke Show. So I guess I got to run different software to run sound effects or anything. The Smoke Show. I should probably do that. Yeah. Oh, I don't even have my stream monitor. Is it just me, or does the YouTube app on mobile change like regularly? I feel like I can't close it or minimize it sometimes. Anyhow, you want to get a loop going? Minimize it sometimes. Anyhow, you want to get a loop going? Get a loop going? Minimize it sometimes. There's too much of a delay. Anyhow, you could get a loop going. Get a loop going. There's too much of a delay. Oops. Anyhow, you can get a loop going. Get a loop going. It's too much of a delay. Oops. Anyhow, you can get a loop going. It's not my hairy belly. It's my fat black. Never mind. Oops. Anyway, that's not working. When there's less of a delay, I can get a really good loop going. It's entertaining. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. My hairy belly. I don't know why the McDonald's song is my default buffer song. There's the kitty. Let's show the kitty cam. Kitty cam. Kitty cam. Kitty cam. Say hi. Look up here. Look at them. They want you to look at them. Look over here. Look them in the eyes. He won't do it. Hey guys. What's going on? Man, that's some really good resolution. I could do like other people do on their lives. Get all up in my face. I don't want you all up in my face. Whoa. I just got the video stream. That was awesome. Kitty, what are you doing? All right. Kitties. Crazy kitties. Was the other kitty in here? I guess this one chased the other one out. They do that. Anyway, who all's in here? We got 9, 8. Well, we had 9, now we got 8. I don't know how to check that from there. I could check it from here, maybe. Blah. Shaggy Man. Miss Heatherby. Smoke Dog. What up, S? IC10. Well, again, there's definitely a delay. Definitely a delay here, folks. I really need some reverb on this mic. That would be awesome. Um, so I'm playing with my kitty, but beyond that, I'm trying to get the new computer. It's got a fresh install of Windows 10 and is not capable of Windows 11. So I'm trying to get Windows 10 updated and stabilized so that it will stop trying to update itself. And that is, as I always remember it being, a pain in the ass. um, we're at 73%, but we've been at 73% for quite some time at this point. So that's might be time to restart the computer again. Shaggy Mane, Cool Puff, Cool Puff, Shaggy Man, Cool Puff, in the mountains of Colorado with Shaggy Man, Cool Puff. Speaking of Cool Puff, oh, I know how to do that. Hang on. I can open up another scene and go to that scene. Oopsie, I don't want to go to that scene. I want to add a layer to it. I'm going to disappear for a second, guys. I guess I got to just do that. All right. And then, I don't know. How about a display capture? I don't know what all's open. We could do infinite loop, infinite loop, infinite loop. Yeah, that's what that would be. That's an infinite loop. Oh, oh, we're still black. Hey, we're back. Infinite loop stream activated. I don't remember what I was trying to do. Oh, I remember what I was trying to do now. So let me go back there. This is going to be fun. Watch this. Back there. And then go to. Come on, little computer. You do this, buddy. There you go. Load it back that. And then. Just go. It. Yeah, sort of. There's that. Go to photos. I'm gonna add one. Who's gonna do that? Excuse me, y'all. Oh, oh, it's not happy at all. So dream. That important part. Yes, so far, yes. Photos. There we go. All right. Load up some photos. All right. There we go. Now go there. Oops, we want full screen though. Full screen, full screen. Fish. Yay. Now I can do things without you seeing me do them, preventing me from getting an adult content strike. Any sounds you may hear are simply me checking the plumbing. Plumbing seems to be functioning. Oh, yeah, that's some mighty fine plumbing. So these are the koi that were in the koi pond at the house. So I used to work in a kite shop for those of you that don't know it yet. Excuse me. And these are some pictures from there. Excuse me. If you have any questions, just ask. I'm not even going to try and narrate. That was as I narrate, that was Rick. He was the person who made this stuff happen. Um, excuse me. That was my brother David. He's no longer with us. That was a hell of a party, a long, long time ago. These kite flight pictures were actually from Rick's after he passed. Um, I was trying to find more of the backyard, which I mean I can find them easily, but so for the wood carver people, the stuff in the background, we'll get there eventually, is oh wow. So many of these people are no longer with us. I'm going to escape this and go back to the well, I guess not. Excuse me again. I didn't think it was going to be this hard to get to the building pictures, but obviously there's a bunch of party pictures. But the environment was a bunch of hippies, obviously. It's no longer around. They kind of eminent domain. The city bought it to widen the interstate, and there we go. So this building is actual cypress trees, and that's all hand carved. That's me, by the way. The it's all hand carved, and you know mortise and tenon and all that stuff. I wish there were better pictures of the building. What's the string tension on a 4x6 kite at. Wait, what the hell is that? What's the string tension on a 4x6 kite at 30 meters with 50-knot winds? Just curious. Tinsel tension. Well, actually, that would depend on the type of kite, Shaggy Mane. But that's neither here nor there. Just like the type of swallow. Um, is it an unladen swallow? Is it an unladen kite? Or is it a fishing kite? Um, that's Alan's wedding, by the way. These keg stands. This is Alan's wedding many years ago. I know y'all don't know who Alan is, but Shaggy Man does. Um, that's John. That's me. That's Alan. Anyway, that's the bread oven in the backyard of the kite shop. There's been a couple people that have mentioned wanting to do a bread oven or a pizza oven. We made that by hand. Excuse me. I guess I normally go through here and pick out individual pictures, but there's a good one. So it's a much larger scale of the chisel, but there's the old mallet and chisel that everybody's playing with on the woodworker streams. Um, Draw knife, and this is being actually carved out to fit into a metal sleeve, which I'm not sure if it's shown later or not. That was the stairwell to the back building. That was a royal pain in the ass. Um, I'm gonna get some more of this out because that was the whole reason. Maine, Shaggy Maine. Sorry, Maine. I'll make it a point to say Maine, Maine. uh, oh man, yeah, that's the monks. So there were the monks came and hung out, and their little monastery was within walking distance. So after they were done hanging out, they walked back home. uh, it was kind of cool. That was you know, some amazing stuff. Some amazing people there. I wish I had better pictures of the building to show y'all because that was the point of this. I wasn't really to show you the parties, but you can kind of see some of the details of the building itself. I'm sure I can zoom in. So that's all, I guess, mortise and tenon, the corners and everything. Um, More monk stuff. So this is a sand mandala. If you know anything about the monks, that's for impermanence. They basically make this out of sand and then they blow it all away. Crazy. Whoops, that was a perfect demonstration of it. Crazy, crazy stuff. Anyhow, um, are we still streaming? Yeah. So that's Penelope, the turtle. I don't even know what happened to her. I guess she went wherever the koi went. We're going to switch back in just a second. I just wanted to do the reason that I did this in the first place. That was a very amazing place. And the plumbing is still working. So, with that being said, we'll switch back to that. I don't think y'all are really that interested in that anyway. I've shown it to many of you already. Oh, F11. Switch back to that. Double check and make sure we're good to go. Where no, wow, that's so crazy. I wonder how the sound is. Oh, it's on my head. I can't find the headphones because they're on my head. Head, my head. Check my head. My head is good. Roger that. All right, let's go. I don't know what happened over here on the computer. We're going to check on that again. I can't. I can do that. That's the best I can do for you guys. And I can turn that way high. You'd still be able to hear me. Right? Let's see what the computer's doing. We might need to reboot again. 81%. So theoretically, it is still doing something. I think I want to turn the screensaver off on Windows 10. I know. Right, because we're already in update. We don't want to mess with that. Never mind. Oh, I know how to do it. Personalize. Display settings? Display settings. Nope. Power and sleep? Nope. Screen. When plugged in, turn off after 45 minutes. Excellent. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to close that. I don't know if the update's still going now. Going back to update mode. Updates and security. 81%. All right. We are still updating. Oh, goodness. Shaggy mane. Turn it down. Turn it down. Turn it down. Oh, you were there. What are you guys doing there? Go back up there. Or wherever. You guys can go wherever you want. Anyhow, live chat. Concurrent viewers, 8. I don't know what that means. It says 8 there too. Uh, so the beer of the evening. I don't drink daily. I drink maybe once or twice a week. I used to drink daily to excess. Sierra Nevada Torpedo Extra IPA is a 7.2. Most of the ones I drink are usually closer to 9. But this is pretty good. I like it. And that was my Torpedo IPA segment. That was the beer segment of today's live. Where are we at? Message for you, sir. It does have carbonation in it, which makes you burp, which is why I drank whiskey for years instead of beer. Because I didn't like the bloated feeling. Hey, Renegade, what's going on, man? We're flailing here. I don't have a subject matter. Those 9%ers will sneak up on you, especially if you drink all 12. Yeah, that's why I get 6 packs. And Adam, not to be too much in anybody's business, but Adam knows me from the bar scene. So he has seen me he and I have both been quite lit up very late at night and had some interesting late night antics, but and or conversations. But yeah, the beers I don't really. If I drink 3 or 4 of these, I'm pretty much lit. Especially if we bring whiskey into the picture. But we try not to bring whiskey into the picture too often. Anyhow, hey Renegade, by the way. I think I already said that, but I'm I think I mentioned to you I'm trying oh, that shouldn't be in the picture. That's not supposed to be in the picture. Yeah. This one's gonna get adult content strike. It's okay. So the computer, I think I mentioned to you, Renegade, I might have mentioned to you in your chat last night. The I got my dad's old computer and he wiped it and did a factory reset, but it's Windows 10. And now what we're trying to do is get it updated to where it's caught up with itself and not trying to update all the time. The processor that's in here will not allow me to update it to Windows 11, unfortunately. So I'm at least trying to get it to stabilize the Windows 10 installation, and then I'm going to see if I can set it up as a streaming computer. That will allow me to have multiple cameras in the garage, and then I can live stream while I'm actually working on a project and be able to record it to edit later for a long form video. But I got to work out of the bus. And I can't even get it to finish installing. It's it's at 81, which is up. I mean, I think when I started the stream, we were stuck at 25%. So it is accomplishing something. It's just super slow, which is funny because it's only, I think it's 10 years old, which isn't that old. But in this day and age, with the leaps and bounds of technology, um, I guess we need more cat cam because he won't leave me alone. Is that good for you? Are you done now? No, more attention, please. Your attention, please. There's a cat that needs petting. There's another one somewhere. Big old fat black fuzzy kitty. BRB. Renegade. I'm gonna do something for Renegade. I gotta do it from. Can I do it from here? Meow, 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 meow. Renegade has wrench now. Renegade was on reserve to be the third moderator. I'm not going to give everybody a wrench, like I said, but I had promised him a while ago that he would be the next. And as DJ Real One is working and Shaggy Man is usually driving with his van life gig, uh, I figure I'll give Renegade a wrench. Adam is my oldest fan, but I don't know why I didn't give him a wrench, but I'm not trying to give everybody a wrench. Anyway, what's the project on deck? Is it the horn still? The project on deck. Let me turn off the monitor because I got a delay going. The project on deck is the Kawasaki Vulcan. And basically, I was expecting to have a new toy here yesterday, and I didn't even get tracking information until this morning. So it's going to be here tomorrow afternoon, maybe. So what that is I'll tell y'all since y'all are my live viewers. It's a ultrasonic cleaner for cleaning carburetors. Because every time I clean a carburetor, I'm either using the spray cans or diesel fuel or whatever I got around. And I went to buy. Anybody who's a mechanic has seen them and knows what I'm talking about. The old school bucket, dip bucket that you get from Gunk or from Berryman's. Sidecar for the cats. Um, and the carburetor dunk bucket is $30, $40. And I've been eyeing the ultrasonic cleaner, which is non-toxic, for years. But to get one that's of a decent size is usually pretty expensive. And I got one on sale for I think $120. But what this thing will do is with like pine sol or even just water, you can throw a carburetor in there and in 20 minutes it'll come out looking brand new. So in the long run, it's worth the investment because I am someone who's not afraid of carburetors. And as time goes on, that's actually something that's kind of rare because most people are afraid to take apart a carburetor. I'm not intimidated by that because I got into them when I was young. You just got to make sure that you do it in a bin and keep track of everything and don't let any springs launch out or ball bearings or whatever. But anyway, so point being, Adam, sorry, I'm checking on something. Windows missing, dismiss, because I have it way. The end game would be to get the carburetor clean and get the motorcycle, the Kawasaki Vulcan, running off of its own fuel system and hopefully take a short ride. When I say a short ride, I mean up and down my road because the chain's bad and the tires are bad, but it's all still there. I mean, I wouldn't ride any distance on them, but they hold air. They're just dry rotted. And the chain, same situation. I mean, I could lube it and clean it, but it's not going to last because it's been sitting out in the weather. And I do not have a title yet, still, unfortunately. So I'll have to reach back out to him, the original owner, and see if I can get that title. Because if I can't get the title, the carburetor's the end of it. I'm not going to buy tires or a chain or any of that for a bike that I don't have a title to. Where is that? There. There is that. And that's there. And there's that. Close. Sidecar for the cats. What I would like to get, I would love to get the cats comfortable to ride in the camper. Because if I can get the camper running and drive, I mean, it runs and drives, but if I can get it back roadworthy, what's preventing me from traveling at all right now is uh, somebody to take care of the cats, which my dad can do it, but not really. Um, but if I could get them to where they were comfortable riding in the camper, then I could take them with me, and that would be cool. We'll see. They didn't do too bad when I picked them up from mom and dad's house and brought them over here because basically I inherited these cats when my mom passed, and my dad had his new girlfriend. She's not interested. So I was basically running back and forth across town taking care of the cats in my dad's old house, but that's neither here nor there. At this point, they're here, and they did, point being, they did all right with the travel, considering it was their first experience. So I don't know. If I get the camper back on the road, we could try and experiment with that. But I don't think they're going to going on any motorcycle rides. Man, the stream is beautiful. It's sitting at 28 frame rate, 28 FPS. But as soon as I turn on the other thing, it screws it all up, huh? I'm gonna try it again just 'cause ain't nothing else really happening. Y'all don't mind. You know how I know? 'Cause it don't matter. Y'all don't mind and it don't matter. What? Excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm gonna be honest. The real reason I'm doing this is 'cause I need to get a beer. Let's we need to change cameras. And you can do that. I just gotta remember how. Gotta with that. No, it's not that. Is it that? It is that. All right. So we want that instead of that. Yes. All right. So now if I go back to scene two. Oh. Oh, I know what I did. Never mind. Delete. Delete. Add. Scene one. Layer. Oh, I'm getting good at this now. Y'all ready for this? Boom, boom, boom. Joy cam. Bam. Flat out. Flat out, I say. Flat out. Ooh, there's a something something on there. So did that completely screw up the sound immediately? Chickadee check. How's the sound? Is the sound any good or is it completely ruined? Totally ruined? Not at all. I see a lot of motor vehicles for sale on Marketplace advertised as without a title. I won't bother with them. So we're going to go get a beer. And if the sound gets terrible, y'all let me know in text because I'm about to not have a monitor anymore. So I'm going to put that down. Y'all can't give me a mic though. So please hold. I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab a beer, but you can come with me video, but not audio. And so, Plywood, there is a solution to that. If the vehicle is old enough, you can actually get a title. I'll be right back. Don't make fun of them. 80 something percent. Is it on the screen? I don't know what that is. 83%? Something like that. All right, now all we got to do is switch back to that. Yay! It worked. Now, just 4:20 Mountain Time. Oh man. Well, shoot. I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. Highway. Stop. Connection will be dropped. I guess. Sure. Bye. All right. Hey guys. How's everybody doing? It's 4:20 Mountain Time. This vaporizer of whatever unmentionables. Quite a few different ways. There are a few different ways to get a title. Yay! Wake up, soft work. I gotta turn the monitor off. Um, yes, plywood. You can go mechanics lien, property owners lien, but the just actually having a clear VIN and getting there's a form here in Florida anyway that a trooper state I think it has to be a state trooper, but they can sign it. They can check the VIN and sign it, and you pay somebody like $300 or something. I don't know. But back to your original statement, plywood. Yes, I agree. I stay away from them if they don't have a title, just because it's not worth the risk, unless it's something that I can take apart. If it's something that has like I don't have room for it right now, but there's a vehicle on there right now that I have my eye on for the motor and the drivetrain. But then you still have to get rid of the chassis. Cards won't take it if the VIN's not if you don't have a title. Oh man. Well, I hope everybody had a wake up. I'm glad you're finally off work. You're always on work, it seems like. I hope everybody's had a good day. Looks like the cat is working on the computer for me still over there. I don't think I can zoom in. I mean, I'm sure I probably could, but I mean, we could manually zoom in. Oh, I knocked something over. Kitty, keep working on the computer. Oh yeah, we don't want that. Forever workaholic, it seems. Well, I don't remember exactly how old you are or anything, but I'm pretty sure you're still a young buck, and that's when to do it. My suggestion would be work your ass off while you can and save your money and or invest it wisely. Um, there's people don't realize that enough. Keep your budget as low as possible and save as much money as you can while you're able to bust your ass because eventually you're going to be hurting. Ask me how I know. And I mean, I can still bust my ass, but I don't want to. At how old am I? 52 years old. But you can junk car parts. um, and that's the thing. The bringing those two things together, wake up. That's the end game, I guess, is to get yourself in a situation where you can work for yourself. Save. Yeah, I mean, a lot of what I've done over the years is kept my, besides hanging out at the bar every night, like we mentioned earlier, but keeping my budget minimal. I've kept my rent as low as I possibly could anytime that I've been in a situation where I needed to get into a new place or something like that. I've always gone down, not up. The one time I went up, um, I really regretted it because when the market crashed in 2008 or whatever it was, I ended up losing that job and was living well beyond my means immediately. And that sucked because basically I lost everything again, but whatever. Um, I mean, the camper that I'm speaking of, that used to be in a friend of mine's backyard, and I paid 300. I think I paid him $350 a month. I mean, you can't without staying in a friend's backyard like that or a roommate situation. You can't touch that. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. You want to change colors? Did that change? I don't know. You got a new sub. All right. A soul sub? Did I get a soul sub? Can I get a soul sub? What's up? What's up? 423. Thank you, 423. So I was all excited about 420, and then I believe Plywood was my 420, as a matter of fact. So everybody give Plywood a puff for 420 subscriber, and almost immediately I had 421 because somebody heard me saying, "Oh, I got 420 finally," and they're like, "Oh, now you're at 421." I was like, "But I wanted to hang out at 420." Working in sports and checking in. Murizonzik. 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 I don't know how to pronounce it, but I like it. So is that a new account or one that you've had? Working in sports. Mike is making stuff. What it do? Well, you'll appreciate this. We're trying to get a Windows, where am I pointing? A Windows 10 computer with a fresh factory reset to update itself to where it will stop updating itself. And currently it's hanging at, oh, wait, Guinness, you got to get off the keyboard. Oh, it just says, oh, we're doing a search for, oh. You just screwed up the update. Anyway, we're trying to update. Had it. I will when I'm stopped. What it do? What it do? Anyway, point being, sorry, I got to fix this. But yeah, trying to get this damn thing to finish updating. But now I got to reset it because the cat just screwed it all up. What are you doing? When I'm trying to search for a zero, you silly fuzzball. Update and security. All right, we're still updating. We're at 87%. Ugh, dang it. Damn it, man. Yeah, I mean, I forgot how fun it was to update a Windows 10 computer. And unfortunately, this processor will not allow me to go Windows 11. So, even if I wanted to go Linux or anything like that, I still need to get the damn computer to stabilize and stop trying to update itself first. So that's where we're at. I'm 3 hours, 3.5 hours into it. I had a friend who lived in a house free of charge because the owner just wanted someone in the house that would not take exactly plywood. That's exactly the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. And as a Mr. Fix It, somebody that knows how to do stuff, you can find those situations. Excuse me. Again, if you have a trailer or an RV, um, duct tape and monitoring my laptop yesterday. I saw something about that, but I couldn't see it clearly. But the oh yeah, if you've got a trailer, well, for instance, not to get into anybody's business, but I have a friend that basically they ended up being like at the um in a campground, the camp host. But not only that, if you've got, like I said, the fix it skills or anything, you can help somebody that's building a house or be security on their property or something like that and be helping them. And if you've got an income and you got free rent, man, that's your biggest that's your biggest nut right there is the rent. So that's a great way to save money, which is what we're talking about, Mike, is Wake Up is relatively young and kind of telling him while he's able to bust your ass and save your money before you're old and don't want to and or it hurts. Excuse me. Where's that at? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. That's true. Again, I said it earlier. I don't know why McDonald's theme song is my default hold music. How do I get the chat? Oh, there it went. Wait, it's so weird. I'm trying to figure out how to use the meld software. Pissed off more money than I care to consider. Oh yeah. Magnum PI did that on Robin Masters' estate, free guest house. No shit. And he was probably making killer money being a PI, rolling around in a free Ferrari. Fuck the bullshit. Just realizing this is the back of the shop. I've been staring at the support behind you, wondering why your satellite looks so weird. I keep telling everybody why I'm only doing it while I can so I get in before I'm any older. The back, this is the back of the shop. The house, yes, that wall is the shop wall. Absolutely, if that's what you're saying. Before I'm any older. Yeah, and I mean, again, I think you said you're working for a shop with a cool old man that's a boss. Dude, just get in with him. Okay, listen, kiddo. All right, Mike's gonna take over. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. But yeah, dude, you need to get on the lane to inheriting the shop from your boss. I'll be right back, y'all. I lose everybody? Oh no. Check it out. We've actually got conversation going on while Schmoke left the room to take a piss. And I didn't bring you with me, even though I could have. What's going on, Lions? What's up? I have subscriber mode only on, so I don't really end up with trolls, but they could show up. We could turn it off just for the entertainment purposes, but I don't think my stream actually attracts that much attention. Never mind. I just went to the bathroom, so I was thinking about the stream. Anyhow, cheers, brother. Everybody, cheers. Happy stream day. What? Where are we at here? I gotta see this. That was when I went. Okay. Just the youngins who would give you crap about me in the shop don't matter. Yo, Schmoke. People older than you will be jealous. Basically, where I'm at, everyone else is taken off. His kids all left. I'm practically the only employee other than the front desk. Bro, you are in a killer situation. Uh, yeah, thumbs up in the chat if you would slay someone to live life as a young man chilling and living in the back of a workshop. There's mine. Yeah, I don't even. How do I do that? Thumb. Yeah. Thumbs up. Oh, I have to pick the color. That's so weird. Yes. My point being, the thing that I just read there. Wake up. Where am I? What's happening? It won't scroll anymore. It doesn't like me anymore. Why won't it scroll up? Scroll up. Where I'm at, everyone else has taken off. His kids all left. I'm practically the only employee other than the front desk. Bro, if he's cool, which I think you mentioned that he was, I mean, I don't know about cool, but I mean, as long as he's taking care of you, that is the ultimate situation. Because, like I was half joking about, you could inherit that shop if he owns it. Um, and if he's who he probably is, from what I'm thinking, he can teach you a lot. If you're just in there changing tires, then that's fine too, as long as he's taking care of you. But, the one time I actually worked in a shop was a situation similar to that. Um, but there were several people that were interested in taking over. I wasn't at that time. But it was a fun place because we had the freedom. We weren't a corporate entity or anything like that. And so we'd Friday afternoon, man, we had a couple go-karts and mini bikes, and we'd blow up airbags and run around on the go-karts in the backyard and all that stuff. It was a fun environment. So the reason that I didn't upload a video, if you didn't see the post, is because I picked up a cold a couple days ago, and knock on wood, it hasn't been that bad, and I think I'm getting better already. I'm definitely getting better already, feeling better already. If I only knew then what I know now. I mean, we all have heard it, but until you get to that age to say it yourself, you don't really get it. It's really weird. Life's cool, man. Life's fucking amazing, dude. I'm so glad that I made it this far because I never expected to. And I didn't give a shit back then. I'm back. Renegade, how's your wrench, man? I don't have any cool emojis or anything, but you got your wrench. Because as I told you a while ago, when I was ready for that extra mod, you were the one in line. So cheers. Absolutely. And I think I've mentioned to you before, my mods are actually mods. So not that we're going to get any trolls, but if we do, hit them with that wrench. My greatest years were living in an apartment as 24-hour security and operating a pool hall. Man, good stuff. Hell yeah, dude. Mine were I worked at a Pizza Hut as a delivery driver, and I lived across the street in an efficiency apartment where I um, was able to take care of people when they needed their. I'm not going to hide it. I sold weed, man, and also some other stuff, but nothing bad, just hallucinogenics. But So I was working a split shift at that Pizza Hut. I would open the restaurant, then I'd go home and take a nap, take care of anybody that needed anything during the day. Then I'd go back for dinner and leave after the rush was over. And in the evening time, take care of whatever business I needed to take care of. I made more money during that time period. I mean, I was banking, dude. And yeah, that was probably mid 20s or mid to late 20s. Me almost 70. His health is starting to get to him. Plus, I've been so busy with no downtime. He has taught me a lot, but I do know that he's got way more. Yeah, and I mean, if you're friendly with him, bro, he probably loves you, man. That's good stuff right there. My living room had 14 pool tables. I had 2 dozen arcade games, all the food and beer I could enjoy, and a dance floor with a PA system. Wow. So you had access. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. That's why I've been thinning out my mods. Some of them don't really do the mod thing. Well, Renegade, I think I know I've I'm positive you've heard me mention it, but there's a trend among live streams to give everybody a wrench. And I don't agree with that trend at all. It defeats the purpose of having a mod. And I've also seen, I mentioned earlier, excuse me, I've seen issues where mods were kicking people out that because of a misunderstanding or something. And it's like, dude, you got a mod wrench and now you're kicking people out. And it's like that person was a friend of the channel and you didn't realize it. And they said something jokingly and you overreacted and kicked them out. Excuse me. And, pardon me. That's again why I don't drink beer. But, that's the drama, as I know you've seen, is not something that I want on my channel. I don't want any kind of drama. So my mods are there to keep the trolls out, basically. Everybody else is going to be a friend of the channel. That's how I'm trying to grow it. That's happened on my channel. Has it where somebody kicked somebody out that they shouldn't have gotten kicked out? That sucks. It's again, it's a lot of it's misunderstanding to a certain degree, but like we're saying, if everybody's got a wrench, um, that can create a huge issue. All right, I want to try something. Last time I tried to do this, I didn't have the sound set up right. Um, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. But yeah, I mean, if you got people just kicking everybody out because they don't like them or something, especially if it starts getting personal, that gets ridiculous. Um, Oops. Yeah. Theoretically. All right. Um, do y'all? Oh, that made it all choppy, huh? Uh-huh. Very interesting. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna try and do that. What I am gonna do though, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, is do that again for one thing, and then I'm gonna try to. How about? That's why I have so many mods. Sorry, I got distracted trying to do something else. I've lost the track of the chat. That's happening on my channel. Yep, I feel for that trend. I wish I could say the same, but I am only guilty of letting the trolls in just because it's hijinks funny watching me clown them. And there's a lot to be said for that, Mike. Sorry, I had to turn off my monitor. Because like Lions, I don't know if he's still in here, but one of my favorite things to do is go onto his thing and watch him have fun with the trolls. Um, my experience with DJ Real One being a Friday night stream when he didn't do subscriber only mode, it was hard to keep up. And I don't want that to happen. But I could see turning off subscriber only mode for the entertainment purpose of dealing with the clowns, especially like I said on a Friday night, dude, because they're out there. They will pop in immediately. So what I want to do, I know what I'll do. I'm just going to do this. Hey, y'all, check out the computer. It's a computer. It's pretty cool. It's over there doing stuff. Maybe. Oh yeah, it's at 92% now. So just watch that do its thing. I'm going to do my thing off camera. Make sure that I'm off camera. I want to be able to go vertical on StreamYard so bad. You can't? I thought StreamYard you could go vertical. Pardon me, just checking the plumbing. The plumbing is working. We have flow. Oops, you're not supposed to see me doing that. That defeats the purpose of doing it off camera. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought you can. I do know this. If you didn't hear about the new YouTube updates, you're about to be able to do it natively in both. Where's the camera? In both formats, in vertical and horizontal, except it's vertical and horizontal. That was entertaining for me anyway. But anyhow, that's one of the new updates. Oh, that's amazing. But if y'all haven't caught it, if you look at the YouTube, whatever it's called, the YouTube official blog will bring you to it. But there's a whole bunch of updates that they're about to introduce into both live streaming and just the general studio stuff. A bunch of AI crap. But like I said, you're going to be able to stream in. Hang on. Freaking thing's clogged. We have cloggage. Houston, we have cloggage. Um, you're going to be able to stream vertical and horizontal at the same time without software because I can do it on Meld. But like I said, some AI crap. But the neat thing, of course, vidIQ popped off about it. Yeah, vidIQ was actually a day late on it. That's what's funny. I saw it from Nimmons first, and then went back and saw it. And Nimmons had the inside track because he had already made his video, and when he released it, I went back and Creator Studio or whoever it is, the actual YouTube official shit, had just released it. So it's like 24 hours old, 48 hours, but and I'm interested in that in the StreamYard, but it also gets confusing with a bunch of people. But my point being, one of the neatest updates of the new YouTube stuff is if you're advertising a product, if you're filming, and I don't mean necessarily advertising, but if you're like, okay, boom, man, I really love my Milwaukee, whatever this thing's called. I don't remember, but the knife, blah blah blah, and it's got the bottle opener and all that. Because I actually did that in one of my videos for Adam, as a matter of fact. Bottle opener and it's got the screwdriver. Da da da. If you do that and you mention Milwaukee and you mention the name of the tool and all that stuff, YouTube is going to show that to Milwaukee so that they can decide whether or not they might want be interested in using you as a product, whatever. Fastback. See, man, Adam's on the ball. Adam needs a wrench too. Everybody gets a wrench. Adam, you got a t-shirt coming, bro. At least a t-shirt and a sticker pack. Um the unplug old ads and swap in new ones. That was so the other thing is that I believe you can make your own ads. So if you're selling a product now, you can make an advertisement for that product and plug your ad into an ad space. That was another one. That's bad. Yeah, that thing's sweet. But I'm really interested in the product company plug-in thing that they're doing, because that's basically like that new camera, my new camera thing we're filming on, that Insta 360, like where I did the review on that. Theoretically, they would send that to, excuse me, they would send that to Insta 360. I mean, I don't know. I don't know whether that's really going to make a difference, but it's more they're trying to connect creators with financial sources. I finally made a TikTok. Yeah, I don't. I'm doing this. This is it. I don't even do shorts. Grandpa's learning, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't. The reason that shorts exist is because of TikTok and all that. I don't know if you were in there. I guess it was my last Sunday live. I expressed my disdain for I think it was the TikTok was the one where when they first came out, it was, here's a 30-second video, and after you watch it, it disappears. So there's a bunch of crap that you didn't quite wrap your mind around, and now you can't watch it again. I thought that was a terrible model. And that's what the whole shorts thing is. But I mean, to each their own. But I think shorts should be on a different um, platform. I think AI content should be on a different platform. And as it turns out from that update that we're talking about, the CEO of YouTube is all about AI. So it ain't going nowhere. He's like, oh, I think AI content should be part of the regular content because it's great. I was like, no, it's not. It's terrible. But whatever. It's a tool. I mean, don't get me wrong. But when I see everybody using the same program to make their thumbnail, then everybody's thumbnail looks the same. It's like, what's the point of that? There's no originality anymore. Right, exactly, Mike. You're absolutely right. Um, and I am to a certain degree. I catch myself. Kitty, what's going on? Where are we at? 94%, folks. I'll get sucked into shorts on accident. I got to remind myself I'm actually doing something, not just a scroller. And I mean, it's designed for it. I'm perfect example. Wake up. I know Wake Up from DJ Real One's stream, and DJ Real One's stream is in vertical format 99% of the time. That's what he prefers. And I have no problem with that. But if I go mobile, normally I'm sitting here at the computer desk. But like when I run to the bathroom or to get a beer, if I'm modding, I go mobile. I put it on my phone. And I will unintentionally try to scroll up in the chat, and all of a sudden I'm watching someone else's live. And it's like, it's a completely different UI, user interface. If I want to get too technical and start talking in mic speak, because I do know computers really good. I do shorts, but I don't like them. I prefer long form. I agree. Shorts being on TikTok, not YouTube. And it's not, I get it because they're competing platforms. And if you want to get so the school of thought is that people that watch TikTok. They're not interested in watching YouTube, and vice versa. So if you really want to get your stuff out there, you got to put it into all of it. That's not my map. That's not my game. My plan is to focus on YouTube. I've actually my personal social whatever was on Facebook, and I don't even really hardly get on there anymore because even though I keep it Schmoke Shop is separate from my whatever, my real name, I still do most of my social media at this point on rather YouTube, because Facebook just got stupid. But I mean, I could totally take the exact same thing that I'm doing and feed it into, I have a Smoke Shop channel on Facebook, and I could feed it over to there, and then I could link that to my Instagram, which I don't have an Instagram for Smoke Shop, but I could do that. And then, the Facebook and the Instagram you can do pretty much side by side. And the software here that we're using, the melds and the OBSs, I don't know about StreamYard, but I mean, basically, I can multi-stream to all the platforms and all that crap. It's just more confusion as far as I'm concerned. More more analytics to watch, more stress that I don't want or need. Curmudgeon about it. I don't say I'm hesitant on just biting the learning it. Hell, I'm hard coding my whole website. PHP via FTP, just lazy about the multimedia crap. And I mean, again, that's something I learned HTTP when it came out. I remember when we were suddenly able to actually get on the web and start bringing images and all that. That was like mind blowing. I'm old school. I had a bulletin board in the late 80s, early 90s. I was waiting for my phone to ring. I had my ringer turned up so that when the phone would ring, it would wake me up so that I could say sysop is available and chat with somebody one on one because that was fucking amazing. Now it's like a whole nother bag of chips. It's crazy, dude. And I don't even Plywood and I were talking about it earlier. It's I don't understand it anymore. I used to be basically a hacker. Now I'm like lost. I'm just barely starting to get back into it. BBS boards. I was a bulletin board. BBS. I was a WWIV World War IV software. It was called Shakedown Street after the Grateful Dead album. My cousin is trying to do the multimedia while running a logging company. It seems like a lot, especially to post all the same stuff to everything. I know you can link it all and post a couple times. I miss my Amiga. Um, the 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 reality is that is the ultimate way to do it. Wake up, but he needs to have a separate multimedia. He needs to have somebody that's taking care of the online presence. Because to try and run a business and then start an online presence and do it both is ridiculous. That's why people have their wives and daughters or whatever do it. I mean that it's a, sons can do it too. Husbands, whoever wants to fucking do it can do it. Their significant others help and do stuff like that. Is my point. Beer number two is almost three quarters of the way done. Can't tell. I wasn't. I mean, when I say hacker, I was around when the term hacker came around, and I have used payphones for free and shit like that. But I wasn't really a hacker. But I was on the black web before it was the dark web before it was even the dark web. I was just people that understood how to use the World Wide Web before it was really mainstream had access to a whole lot of shit. I run a solo one man show and it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, total. Freaking yes, exactly. Um but yeah, back in the day when again, what plywood and I were talking about the early computers where it's literally that screaming sound beep, boop, and hooking your telephone up to someone else's telephone and them communicating data. That was mind blowing. And the lists that were available back then of literal credit card lists, uh, credit card number generators, because before they realized it, hackers figured out the formula and were like, this is the formula. Here's a machine that will give you a credit card number. And they would work for one or two uses. And we didn't have cameras and all that shit back then. We get, oh God, what am I doing? I'm getting my buzz on and just being stupid. Sorry. It doesn't really matter, but I don't like the adult content strikes. It's already coming, so it doesn't matter. I mean, the places information that wasn't supposed to be public. Should have been, but it's a long story. Yeah, no, that's exactly what we're talking about. Payphone. What the heck is that? Yeah, wake up. Have you ever seen a payphone in real life? Can I ask you how old you are if you don't mind me asking? I think he's in his early 30s. Just trying to find truths in hard places. Yeah, and nowadays I'm not at all, and it's we're not going to have that discussion. But everything's such a fucking so everybody's so full of shit now, pardon my French, that finding actual real information is actually hard. There's only one left in my town. I don't know if there's any left in Jacksonville, and we're huge. If they are, they're on private property somewhere. Like that. And I know there are projects to restore them. I don't know why I'm trying to hide that. So it's just tobacco. There's nothing wrong with puffing on some tobacco. Right, Guinness? Puffing on tobacco with our psychedelic microphone. Oh, yeah. I really need some effects on the microphone. I'm sure I could run them through a different software. I have one, but I got to. So there was someone here in town that was selling them at the flea market, but they were asking $280 a piece or something stupid. It's like, dude, you have a stack of 100 payphones leaned up in the corner over there, and you're trying to rip people off. What happened, Guinness? Oh, he found a bag. It's my only escape out of the Matrix. Yes, Renegade, this is Meld. And I did a couple I could try it again with the cell phone, but it really seems to mess with the mic. Microphone checker, microphone checker. Wonder if it's gonna do it automatically. It did. Cool. So yeah, there you go. So I can do the wireless Android cam. I'm just trying not to show a bunch of illegal shit. And that seems to be working again now. Am I? Oh, I'm not. Hang on. So is it screwing up the audio? Not really. But there's a crack on the camera lens or something. That would be over there. I don't know what's over there. That smudge. A curmudgeon. Oh, see, now it's breaking up. Yeah. So the stream of the wireless, yeah, that's screwed up. So we are going to delete it. Now it's all better again, right? Better again. Better again. Not still better. Still better. Oh my goodness gracious. Nine finger wrenching is in. Hang on. Nine finger wrenching is in the house. Welcome, my friend. Long time no see. It's a watermark using Droid Cam. Do you think the Droid Cam? Do you think there's a the fact that I am not a paid version of Droid Cam? Do you think that's causing the audio issues, Mike? Yes. Stop. Drop. Stop. Drop and roll, Droid Cam. Because I'm definitely using the free later taters. Be right back. Okay. Well, never mind then. That off and on before. Yeah, and that's what it is. It's the Droid Cam. I'm with tech support. Have you plugged it in? Yeah, man. Good to see ya. Sounds like you got some good new gear. Well, I don't know when the last time you were in a live stream or if you've ever been in a live stream on mine. I know you've been in premieres, but anyway, I've been trying to accomplish multiple cameras. Let me look at the camera. Multiple cameras off of the laptop. And I realized that even though the laptop is badass, it does not have a good video card, which is my bottleneck. So over there, what's happening right now is basically I got my dad's old PC, which is actually 10 years old. But if I put a it's upgradable, unlike the laptop. If I put a decent video card in it and put a solid state hard drive in it, I should be able to make a streaming machine out of that, which will allow me to go into the garage and have multiple cameras streaming on a live, which I can record and then edit out into a video on demand. I think that all made sense. Whew. It was hard work because I'm on IPA number 2 and, my other thing. But we're also, I just looked and saw it, Liechtenstein somewhere. I'll be doing some switching. I've got a buddy trying to do a multicam live streams at the drag strip. Yes. Um, and literally, I think you just saw, did it and it screws up. But I'm also doing that wirelessly through the Wi-Fi. What I'm trying to accomplish is setting up a system that I can plug things in via USB, which should alleviate that issue. And like I said, record it um, so that I can edit it out. Edited it out. Oh, there it is. Wow. And stuff and things. Oh, wow. We're pushing 2 hours again, guys. That's nuts. It's so easy. Um, are you live streaming at all, Nine Finger? Sorry, I'm trying to multitask. Super Earl E. San Fermodo skunk? Whoa. Stuff makes me crazy. I struggle just hitting record at the right times and knowing my mics are on. Yeah, and the recording, that's what I'm trying to do is not. So what we're talking about here will defeat what I'm about to say, because the live stream is going to be a bunch of footage. But if I'm purposefully shooting long form, what I'm trying to get into is turning the camera off and turning the camera on and shooting specific shots so that I don't end up with 3 hours of footage to edit down into a 30-minute um, video. VOD, video on demand. Doing lives at the weekly Cars and Coffee here in Memphis. They've been great and no editing. I I've caught them a couple times afterwards, and I think you're doing them Saturday morning, which is when I'm recovering from DJ Real One's Friday Night Live, which we go 8 hours sometimes, and I don't do it, but every time I'm like, I may as well just stay up because it's 5 o'clock in the morning. What, kitty? What are you looking at? Quit looking at me. Kitty Cam? Kitty Cam. Kitty Cam, Kitty Cam. Kitty Cam, look over here, Kitty Cam. Guinness, over here. You're not good at that. He's looking at the wire, that's why. Kitty Cam, Kitty Cam. I swear they can tell when I'm filming because they don't like being on camera. Yeah, that was my first live was at the Daytona Turkey Run. Yes, that edit is the struggle. 9 for Moto. Yeah, the names are so weird, bro. The no editing part is what kills me. I haven't put a face to anything I do. Right now I'm just an eyeball. Well, it's I mean, it's a choice. Wake up. That's the thing. It's actually I kind of have contemplated doing a faceless channel and getting more into the philosophy and stuff like that, but I think people would recognize my voice. But all right, gang. I think we're pushing 2 hours. I don't think I've eaten dinner yet, and I've had 2 beers. So instead of getting another beer, I think I'm gonna eat some dinner. The no face part, yeah, and I mean we can, especially with AI. If that's the choice, you can make some crazy stuff happen with faceless channel. But anyway, like I said, I think I'm going to wrap this up. And I was expecting to go 20 minutes, but hopefully Sunday, because hopefully you'll come back on Sunday, everyone. Sunday at high noon Eastern time, I do a live. That's my normal live schedule. The only reason I'm doing this is because I had the cold, like I said, and I didn't film anything for my normal long form. Got to work on my transmission rebuilding video. Now you're doing the transmission. Well, man, you're gonna have a little hot rod though. It's gonna be fun. But anyway, love y'all. Thanks for being here. Anybody else who's still lurking, you too. And like I said, come back Sunday, high noon Eastern. We will be live again. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.